Committee to End Police Brutality.
Hi everybody, I'm Josh. I'm here on behalf of the Committee to End Police Brutality. Thank you. It's important that we understand that we know that the cops are not on our side. We've seen it in cases like Rose when she's getting evicted or foreclosed on her house, that they'll show up on the side of the banks and the state to kick people out of their homes, throw them out on the street, evict them from their apartments. And we've seen it in New York when they arrested 700 people. They are not on our side. So we're here to say that we're going to end police brutality. We're going to stop the connection and the cooperation with the police in our movement. And if you guys want to be part of this committee, we're going to have a meeting over here.
We are peaceful! We are peaceful! We are peaceful!
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about violence. If you guys want to be part of the committee to end police brutality, we're going to have a meeting right immediately after this, right over by these 4 palm trees right there.
We have a forum and it's called Stop Police Brutality at Occupy LA, if you guys want to join it.
Who runs Occupy?
I think there is a question about this movement, and I think that we have to recognize that the cops here for us in our little local area have been great, and that's not to say that there isn't police brutality out there, and I recognize and fully acknowledge that that has happened. So I just want to acknowledge that our particular cops have been very helpful. In fact, one of my friends talked to one today when we were in the middle of the street and going into banks, and she asked the cops and she said, "What are you going to do?" And he says, "We're just here to make sure you're not scribbling on the walls. You can do whatever you want, just don't, make it so that we have to interfere," essentially. And he was saying, you have free speech, you can do what you choose, and that is very important to know that they are that with us. Okay, so yes, there is police brutality and there may be bad things, but this is important to know.
Gandhi said that we need to be the change that we want to see in the world, number one. So if we want the cops to not be aggressive, let's not be aggressive. If we want the wars to end because we want peace, let us embody peace.
Be the change you want to see.
Now, we can use the cops. They may even go on strike for us. Who knows?
Yeah.
I envision the cops standing back and actually, refusing to arrest us because they know that we're fighting for their brothers and sisters that are being victims. And that's all. Hey, one more thing is Martin Luther King said, we need to love the hell out of them. Martin Luther King.
Okay, so just a quick process point. Again, my name is Brian. I'm part of the IWW. We're here tonight, part of the General Assembly facilitation team. And one thing I want to say real quick is that as facilitators, our role is not to be editorializing. I understand why, obviously it just got real heated here for a second. I want to say, though, that there are discussions that we can have after this about those issues. But it is not our role as facilitators to be, editorializing about what we think about this or that, or, the sudden chance to shut people down. That is not helpful. That is not part of consensus decision-making. It is undemocratic. And so, okay, just bear with me 1 second here. In terms of process, in order to, this was not a proposal. These were report backs. Okay? During proposals, that's when that's when you need to be discussing things. During report backs, you may disagree with it. You can do this, which is disagree, right? You, sir, right here. Excuse me, just for a second. You could do this when you disagree with somebody, but don't jump up and scream at them. Just as an example. This is something I understand. It is hot. We get hot. We all get hot. I know how it is. Okay. Well, as an example. Okay, I apologize for singling somebody out, but I feel like that was very clear to me. That was the thing that I saw. So I want to make sure that we are not disrupting the process in order to make a political point. If you have a block, you can do this without interrupting the person who is speaking, and when they are done, you'll be able to discuss with them. But during the report back period, it's just a report. Okay, there was no proposal there. He wasn't proposing anything. He was saying that's what his report back is and his opinion. Okay, this will happen a lot. We're going to get hot. It's going to get nuts. Don't worry about it. Trust the process and stick with it, and don't shout anybody down. Okay? So, Just want to leave that there, all right? And also, like I said, during the proposals part, that's where we're going to need to come to consensus on things. There will be disagreements throughout this whole process, but please, it's totally worth it. The passion and everything here is beautiful and worth holding on to. We need to hold on to each other, even when we disagree with each other. Okay? So, thank you.
I apologize if I got a little too heated there. But I did want to acknowledge the feeling I was getting. So, okay, and what is...